Hello everyone, welcome to my favourite, or one of my favourite local woods. It's possibly my favourite actually, on account of its ancientness. Amazing wildflowers. It's just incredible here. Lots of destruction from the ash dieback. So yeah, I'm just having a little wander. I'm not going to be talking loudly because it will ruin the ambience. Because there are a lot of birds today. Take a look at that green. Isn't that beautiful? That's all bluebells. So, what, a few weeks' time, another visit, I guess. Hopefully. I mean, basically what I'm doing is, because I need to get another van, I'm in some of these old trees. Look at that. I'm just going out and filming as much as I can, as often as I can. Just so that I get it done and have some videos just in case there comes a time when I can't get out to film. It's just so beautiful. But this will soon be devastated by felling. Yeah, it's risky to walk here because of trees falling, but you know, if you've got your senses with you, you can avoid it and it'll all be okay. So let's head back this way then. Now I've got to say, this is a beautiful background for doing this. I mean, it's beautiful, really is. So what I wanted to talk about today is manifesting. So this is part one of the video. Now, I haven't done any planning for it, I'm just going to talk. So manifesting is the art of creating what you want or what you need. Or is it? Is it sorcery? Is it going against the flow, the natural flow of nature? Is it avoiding the things that you need to happen in your life in order for you to learn? Now, this kind of links into dowsing. Now, I don't know what you think, but I know manifesting. Now, I've manifested before now, but I wouldn't say it's kind of out of the blue. Oh, look. This is a nice realm of old trees. But the last two houses I drove past, the last two houses I've lived in, I've driven past each of them, or yeah, driven past them or gone there, to the area, seen them and said, oh, I'd love to live there. And a few years later, I was. There was another time where I saw a van in a supermarket car park. And I said to myself, oh, I love that, I'd love to have that. And a little while later, I did. So, is that manifesting? Now, there have been other things, other times in my life when I've flowed, and I think that was the key. And I've flowed and I've gone, you know, there was a time when I had, well, I'd just had to leave the house that I was living in, and that tree lion's been eaten up by the brambles. Can't see him anymore. And so what I did was I sold a lot of stuff. I packed all my belongings into a bag and I just headed off. And the first place I went to visit a friend, they handed me the keys and said, move in here. So I did. But at that point, I was a lot more relaxed about life. You know, I didn't have the pressures. I wasn't, you know, doing the rat run. Yeah, I could live on virtually nothing. And without doing drugs as well. So now the other thing that's I don't even know how that's manifesting, but some parts of my life everything's just flowed. Possibly, and I think this is more likely, that it's because of the kind of dowsing aspect to life. Because if you know how to tune into your dowsing side, you can spot a flow, so you don't think, you just be in the moment. And that helps you flow. You just tune in to the world, to life, and flow, so you go in the right place, so you're here now, you know. And there's a lot to be said for that. There really is. So I've got to... Now, the other thing about manifesting is that I don't know if you've all come across it, but in my online burrowing, or knee crawling, I've come across it quite a bit. But what I've also noticed is the people that are teaching it or talking about it, every single one of them so far, and this is the bit I have done research on, every single bit of them so far have either inherited money or they've done a corporate job. Now, I've done neither of those things, and I'm not likely to, which is why I've had the life I've had, partly because I've refused to do the corporate thing, because it's wrong. Sorry, there's no other word for it. It is wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. So what that's meant, and like inheriting money, well, my father died when I was 50, so, sorry, my father died when I was 20. So he hadn't, you know, he hadn't finished his pension or anything, and we hadn't even finished paying off the house, and still haven't. My mum's house, that is. And when that gets sold, I won't see anything of it, of the money, because someone else owns the house. So, turn to nothing. So, manifesting, oh, I've got to zoom in on this. So manifesting when you don't have any money, you're not going to get an inheritance, and you haven't done a corporate job, is a lot different. But surely the same principles apply. Because I was looking into it all and I was thinking, but hang on, you're saying all this, but you've got the money behind you, that little bit of security, that little bit of comfort, or, you know, what that brings to you. You know. See, when you've got nothing, and you know that one little thing going wrong could be a big mega domino collapse of your life, that puts you in a different situation. So, I'm going to be the experiment. And not for the first time. So I will be doing videos on it as I do it. You know, because a lot of the time it's about belief, isn't it? It's about knowing. Well, there are things that I know, and they've been proved right. Now, beliefs can change, but if you've got that core in you that connects with the whole, then there's your point of reference, isn't it? Well, that's what I think. That's what I take from it. Yeah, sun's gone in, huh? And so that is my mission. So in a series of videos I'm going to be exploring that, because on a basic level I don't want loads. You know, a full fridge, a full cupboard, enough money to pay all your bills. There's a bone of contention as well. And a little bit extra to do all the other necessaries. That's not loads, is it? Some people want massive houses to fulfill their egos, or loads of things to satisfy their egos, which I find sad, really. That's almost like a plane crash. It's funny, the sun does seem to disappear around this time of day. Now I could take that path, but I like this one. Oh, it feels so calm in here now. Doesn't seem to have gone anywhere. Oh yes it does. Okay, this is the badger set. Look at that. Been well dug out. Hello babes. Oh, well, let's go and visit this tree here. Can you see it? Let's see if we can get there before the battery disappears. There it is. Now I don't know where this journey will lead. I don't just mean this wood journey. I mean this manifesting journey. Because manifesting, surely you've got to know what you want to manifest. Well, I do, in a way, and it's a lot. It involves lots of people. Yeah, everyone working together. It's like an idyllic dream. Yeah, Midsummer Night's Dream. So I've reached a path, so I'm going to go back. Hear the creaking of that ash tree. I'm going to go along here a little bit. I think I know the path. I'll take you with me. Obviously. Or else someone would be having a lucky find of a camera. There we go, we'll go up to there, then we turn back. Oh look! Yeah, I love these woods, really do. They're just fantastic. Spotted some epiphytes. Don't know how good there they are. Blowing in the breeze up there. Look at that. Those gnarlies. Fabulous. Fabulous and gnarled. So yeah, we're going to hop back down here. I may go and sit on the wall and have a spot of lunch. So we will see what happens, because maybe I ought to fill you in on my situation. Now I know that there are a lot of people in very difficult situations at the moment. You know, with all kinds of things. And I know mine isn't as bad as some other people's. Which is, you know, it's really sad that our lives have got like that, really. You know, without a great natural disaster, you know. Not a deliberate one, a natural one. So I'm going to hop on this wall and have lunch, if you don't mind. I had salad, if you're interested. I haven't had a cup of tea yet. So, my life situation, well, aside from the money thing, I'm only going to be getting a basic pension, even though I've worked all my life, self-employed, so it's not secure. You know, you don't get paid holidays or anything. There are periods when you don't have any work, so you get used to building up money to cover you in case of an emergency or for your tax. Goodbye. Thank you for all your pleasure over the years. Now, where I live, well, that's right out of A Coincidental Life, if ever there was one. It's basically, if I was to tell you that there's a hare. You see it behind the tree? Look, it's a hare. Now that, wow, all my hairs are on end. Can you hear it? Wow, 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 wow. That was awesome. Wow. Oh. Because the pheasant went before that did. I've lost my train of thread there. I'm sure this path didn't go this close to I'm going to take the old one. See where it leads. And it comes down to here. That's what I thought. It's been a bit of a detour there. Oh well, never mind. Wow, that's exciting. I can't even think where I was going with that. Yeah, so, well, my house is, if I was to tell you that in this day and age I don't have any rights, because my house has laws of the Middle Ages attached to it. Yep. Right out of being born at High Cross, right out of all the rest of it. I'm just taking this one because I like being in here and I just want to make the most of it, because this could be drastically changed the next time I come through here. Yeah, you know, being born at the crossing of two ancient roads, and I'm now still living on it, but my house has the laws attached to medieval times. Yep, so I have no rights. So of course, that puts me under a lot of stress and pressure. Now I'm not going into any details about that because, yeah, I'm going to have to think about how I do that. So, because that's caused knock-on effects of my mental health, psychologically, you know, my work, all kinds of things. It's had a knock-on effect with, and you know, if I could change it, well, I'm going to change it, because I can't cope anymore. I can't live like that anymore. I've been homeless 8 times. That's because single working fathers with no health or drug issues don't go anywhere on the housing list. And if you're on a low income as well, certainly if you're self-employed, well, you might as well forget it if you're self-employed. Our campsites are full of men like me, and here's where we came to. So, around this way. Oh, this is beautiful, isn't it? And being alone with the hare. and also, you know, obviously because I've never been given money, I don't have any savings. When I say never being given money, of course you get a few quid at birthdays and things, which once they introduce all the smart stuff and get rid of money, long gone are the days where you can pay someone a tenner for helping you out, because it'll all have to be declarable. Yeah, because it will be traceable. So I don't have that. I don't have a full net. I mean, you know, I think once my mum gave me 100 quid because her brother had died and she got some money. But that's it. You know, there are people that regularly get, you know, a few hundred quid from their parents. So, you know, I mean, I'm even less than that. This is a nice little path. Let's retrace my steps so you can enjoy that. So I really am trying to do that, trying to do this with nothing, with no backup. And it is very difficult. You know, I live in a state of tension all the time. I'm on edge all the time. Yeah, I can relax, I do meditations and stuff, but for some reason, in the past few years, everything's been, you know, every time I get really relaxed, it all gets disturbed. So, obviously, there's a part of me that goes, okay, well, why does that happen? Why are you creating that? Why is it your, you know, why are you creating that? What are you trying to learn from creating that? So you always have to look at these things, and that's part of, you know, doing any kind of spiritual journey. It's not all light and blessings, you know. My life's been a trudge through the darkness, and that's one of the reasons why I know all the things that I know. It's because I've had to learn them without help, and mostly without help. Yeah, and I'm not saying that in an arrogant way. People, all my friends, don't know how to help me. They've done what they can, but they've actually said, you know, don't know how to help you. And everywhere I go to get help, nothing. So that's put me in the position I'm in now, where I'm going to have to do it myself. So I figured, seeing as there are a lot of people in similar situations to me, maybe it would be helpful, and maybe you can help me. You know, people don't really know what's going on in other people's lives. Oh, look at that trunk. How could they? So a lot of people can only reference other people's lives through can only understand other people's lives through referencing their own life. And if they've had it easy, they'll never understand struggling. And they may, and I suspect this in quite a few people, they may have actually avoided dealing with things You know, I used to have friends who, every time they got into a bit of trouble, their parents would bail them out. Which, you know, you can understand that, can't you? You want to help your kids if you can. But, you know, show you this. You know, my mum would help me if she could, but she was ripped off by the vultures who saw her in trouble after my father died. You know, she made some bad decisions. So there's a lot involved, isn't there? Yeah, you've got to get rid of fear, you've got to tune in, you've got to get into the oneness, you've got to trust, you've got to create your frequency, get your magnetism to the similar matching to attract it. You know, there are all kinds of things that need to be done or worked on to get to it. Yeah. So it's a journey, but it may be a short journey. Well, it will be a short journey because I don't have long. Anyway, thanks for coming with me and listening to this, and we'll see what happens in the future. Obviously I don't know how regularly I'll be posting about this, but we will see, won't we, in due course. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra.